Most religion says you got to stick to this doctrine. And if you don't, then you're apostate, you're evil, God can't accept you. Tell me that I have to cut my hair. I mean, give me a break. I mean, you're all disciples of Brigham Young and he had long hair and a long beard. Please.
I know that Kody has not very positive.
Let's break this down because, honestly, Robyn and Kody were clearly in on this scheme from the start. But hey, let's pretend like it was all a huge oops moment, shall we? Watching season 14 back, it's glaringly obvious that Robyn and Kody had their eyes on buying the whole time. Let's not kid ourselves. With both Robyn and Janelle's Vegas houses selling, they knew they had to act fast if they were going to snag a massive, ridiculously expensive mansion before anyone else even thought about it. And who cares if it wrecks the family's finances, right? It's only money. But of course, Robyn had to play the victim, crying on camera, dramatically saying that this fight could tear apart her and Kody's marriage. Meanwhile, she and Kody were basically on the same page about buying the house the entire time. This woman's audacity is just mind-blowing. Like, did anyone else rewatch that scene and think, wow, she really deserves an award for this performance? I mean, Robyn acting like she was never interested in owning $1 million home while secretly salivating at the thought of it. The level of manipulation here is insane. Now, as for whether the rental really did sell around the time they filmed, did anyone actually Google that, or is it just all part of the theory? Maybe it did, but I'm sticking with the idea that Robyn was way more excited about getting her hands on a mansion than anyone realized. The fact that she wasn't nominated for an Oscar for that over-the-top "please, no, don't buy me a mansion" act is just the cherry on top of this ridiculous charade. Truly an award-winning performance. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. I can't stand Kody. I'm watching the Baby Sprinkle episode with my Kelties twins, and the way Kody talks about how his heart is breaking, seeing Christine is infuriating. This is the same guy who said he tried so hard to love her and put in all this work just to be happy in their marriage. It's beyond gross. Let's just get this out there. Kody is the definition of a flip-flopper and compulsive liar. One minute he's saying, "I never loved you." The next he's playing the victim with, "She left out of the blue." Then he's like, "I'm disgusted by you and don't want a relationship." But also whining, "Oh my God, how could she leave me after everything I sacrificed?" He's completely delusional. And don't even get me started on him and Robyn, who both seem to forget they've contradicted themselves on camera, sometimes in the same episode. To narcissists, women are basically dolls. It's almost ironic that Robyn collects them. To Kody, women are his possessions. When he loses one, he's upset and angry, but not because he cares about them. It's because he lost control over something that was his. When Kody says his heart is broken, it's not romantic heartbreak. It's that Christine outsmarted him. She walked away with the equity in the house he took his name off to help Robyn get into the McMansion. Meanwhile, he's stuck with that raw land at Coyote Pass, trying to control the wives. His heartbreak is just him being pissed that Christine played him and won. Suki is just stellar at hosting. If by hosting, you mean blindly agreeing with Kody and Robyn while kissing their behinds. Honestly, I can't imagine anyone actually wanting her to do the tell-alls. She never has anything remotely interesting to contribute. It's basically just her parroting whatever Kody and Robyn say. But hey, if she tries to ask something challenging, Kody goes full demon mode. It's a little terrifying, honestly. Whoever's in charge of the show should step in and tell Kody to chill out. But really, Suki's stuck in a no-win situation. It's clear her hands are tied, and frankly, the blame falls more on Kody and Robyn than her. The sad truth is, what we consider a good host would get booted from this job. Suki's just doing her best to stick it out, but her role isn't about tough journalism. It's about asking questions the producers wrote to stir up the weirdest drama possible. And every time she steps out of line, Kody's right there to push her back down harder. Robyn. I'm rewatching, and honestly, I can't get over how this woman cries about everything, even situations that have zero to do with her. Does she think she's earning points or something? I swear, if I had $1 for every meltdown she's had, I'd be rich by now. And it gets really creepy when you catch her telltale signs, the hand over the mouth and the soft, sorry, before the tears even start. Oh, but the real kicker? Brianna does the exact same thing, with the same dramatic flair. It's honestly wild. I have a relative who pulls the same stunt and calls herself an empath, by the way. She'll go on and on about how she would never hurt a fly, but the second you dare tell her that her actions hurt you, she flips and starts bad-mouthing you to everyone she knows. Honestly, Robyn gives off the same energy. It's pretty obvious that Robyn uses her crying as a way to pull attention back to herself when she thinks someone else is getting a little too much of it. And hey, it's also her chance to show everyone how much she cares the most. I swear, I'm rewatching and I'm seeing it now. Robyn cries like Tom Sandoval. It's like cry acting, a manipulative tactic. Both of them have that weird, ugly cry face, and if you watch closely, they try to cover their face so you can't see the complete lack of tears. Then, once they finally manage to fake one, they let it fall in slow motion just so everyone can catch it. It's honestly so performative, and everything about Robyn just screams attention grab. Oh, this would have been a wild ride, wouldn't it? Picture this, the OG3, post-coronavirus, agreeing to all live under one roof on CP. Kody and Robyn would have had full-on meltdowns trying to get out of it. Seriously, they'd have come up with every excuse in the book to dodge that disaster. But honestly, there was no way it was ever happening. Once they moved to Vegas and got their own homes with yards and space to breathe, no way they were giving that up. K and R have champagne tastes. Are they really going to settle for a house where the walls are practically touching? Nope. Not in a million years. They were so ridiculous even discussing it. Besides, half the kids were off at college or already married. They'd be living like they were on a reality show with no plot twists. Just chaos. I'm starting to wonder if the producers were just biding their time until the 1-year mark. Now that it's the anniversary of Garrison's passing, is it finally time to take the gloves off? We've already seen them subtly paint Kody and Robyn as the villains, so maybe they've been quietly setting the stage. They gave the family a full year to mourn and threw in a nice, boring season to keep things calm. But I don't know, I can't help but feel like the break before the anniversary wasn't a coincidence. Maybe, just maybe, our patience is about to be rewarded. Though I must say, you're giving TLC way too much credit, my friend. You see the break as the moment when they're finally going to show their true colors, especially with Kody and Robyn. I, on the other hand, think the break was more of a way to dodge whatever backlash might have come from airing an episode this past Sunday. Let's say the episode had nothing to do with Garrison. Would people have freaked out because there wasn't a tribute on the anniversary? Or if it had been about him, would people have blasted them for using it as a ratings stunt? People were already losing their minds over some word Christine used on Instagram. So imagine the uproar if they tackled anything even remotely connected to Garrison right now. One thing I can say for sure, I'm at least glad they didn't use this sensitive topic as a cliffhanger or tease it as part of the still-to-come this spring drama. The classic case of wondering if people really believe what they say, especially when there's a professor involved. I think most people probably didn't buy into what the anthropology students reported, especially with Kody practically living at Robyn's house. Antoinette even called him out on it, and Robyn, of course, gets all defensive, claiming it was because Solomon needed dental surgery. Right, because a 3-year-old having dental surgery totally explains why Kody's there all the time. I'm pretty sure the students weren't fooled by that excuse. Let's talk about bottle rot, because that's definitely the reason Solomon had to have surgery. Sure, makes total sense for a toddler to need surgery like that. Honestly, though, I think we're only hearing part of that conversation. The professor was clearly a little too eager to push some bias, practically setting the stage with he's going to try to marry you and warning them about the whole FLD situation. So, in a way, the students probably walked in expecting the worst. And when the Browns didn't seem that bad, they were probably pleasantly surprised. But let's not forget, the Browns had the entire world fooled for 6 to 8 seasons into thinking they were this idyllic, happy family where Robyn's kids just seamlessly blended in. It's obvious from the show that, despite being told to act like they were not paying attention to the students, the Browns were on their absolute best behavior. They made sure the students were only with the right wife at the right time, keeping everything perfectly orchestrated. Classic family dynamics, right? Isn't Kody just masterful at manipulation? I just had this brilliant epiphany. The way he pulled Mary into Flagstaff is exactly how he did Christine when she dared suggest moving back to Utah. The audacity. First, he hits Mary with the "sorry, I didn't back you on the Cottonwood property," as though he didn't go out of his way to create a whole special moment at Cottonwood to reel her in. But here's the real kicker, the whole Cottonwood thing. Totally a distraction to cover up the fact they were moving to Flagstaff because Dayton got into college there. I mean, let's be real, it was never about Mary. It was always about Robyn and her priorities. And then, when Christine thinks Kody's all in for moving back to Utah, he suddenly flips the script. Just when Robyn starts losing it, Kody pulls the rug out from under Christine, says she didn't pitch it to anyone, and bam. Now Christine's left squirming. Classic Kody move. Set her up, tear her down, and let her take the fall. Oh, and let's not forget how he accused Christine of playing games when she started moving his stuff out. Meanwhile, he's over here literally playing a game by spending nights in Christine's house just to test her. Talk about a double standard. And don't even get me started on his Coyote Pass nonsense. He's all, let's build all the houses at once, and then immediately admits he said that just to push the wives off. The man can't even keep his lies straight. He love-bombed Mary to get her to move, and let's be real, he probably wanted Cottonwood too. But Robyn? Nah, she wasn't having it. The man craves social interaction, so moving back to Utah was his dream. But guess what? Robyn wasn't on board. And then there's Janelle, who Kody was all excited to live on Coyote Pass in an RV with, until Robyn threw a tantrum and shot that idea down too. It's no wonder Kody was fuming in the next scene. He was mad because, once again, he didn't get his way. Surprise, surprise. Just a thought, but I think I'm onto something here. Do we think Robyn's comment of "we should have been together from the beginning" is just a subtle way of suggesting she's owed back pay as a wife? Because, honestly, when she talks about historically sharing resources to take care of each other, it sounds like she believes she's entitled to the family's money from the get-go, not just since she officially joined. Case in point, Janelle's equity from the Vegas house went straight into Robyn's, and yet Robyn is out here claiming how much she helped in the early days. Helped how, exactly? Is she counting the time she kept the kids while Christine was birthing Truly? If that's what she's referring to, okay, but when exactly did she keep anyone's kids? When did she generously share food? When did she contribute a paycheck? The only thing Robyn ever seemed to contribute was draining the family's money with debt payments and loans for a failed business. And let's not forget the inventory. I'm honestly starting to think this is her way of snidely, and without breaking the fourth wall, saying, let's be real, the TLC money wouldn't exist without me. It's not a secret that the show got picked up after courting a new wife. Robyn's arrival was the turning point when the family went from struggling to reality TV gold. The early days she talks about were when the family was still trying to make ends meet before the show started rolling in the big bucks. And let's not forget Kody's weird. She's done so much praise, which probably stems from the fact that she inserted herself into all of the conflicts, whether overtly or covertly, between the wives and Kody. She made herself the self-appointed peacemaker, the one who could convince Kody to go along with whatever the wives wanted. And, let's be honest, she balanced the numbers out so it wasn't glaringly obvious that Miri was on the outs with the others. Maybe by help, Robyn means she was the only one willing to keep popping out kids, providing the arrows for God in their faith. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.